Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a message that I received through our Facebook page. If you have not yet joined or followed us, it is called Brother Nashim. You can follow us on Facebook. The message, it reads like this. Hello, how are you? Can you please post my story as anonymous? I have come here because I have my confession I want to share with you. This happened to me. It was in the year 2017. I'm still suffering to this day. I am a married woman now, but I can't have a child, and I do not know if it was because of the ritual, because my ex, bless him, he said no, the ritual that we did, it was not spiritual, it was just physical because you were asking a lot from me. But now I am unable to give birth. He's saying that maybe it is because you started using this family planning methods ever since you were still very young, because I started from the time when I started sleeping with men because I did not want to have teenage pregnancy. So I started using family planning method when I was only 15 years old. That was when I had my first boyfriend. So I was scared that I was going to fall pregnant. We used to use protection, me and my boyfriend. But when one of my friends got pregnant at 15, just before she had turned 16, I was scared that it was going to happen to me as well. That was when I decided that it was far much better for me to use other family planning methods. So he's saying that it is because you started using them at 15, that is why you can't give birth. So please do not blame me. I have come here. If there are people that are working in the medical field, is this the reason why I am unable to give birth? Is there any home remedy that I can use to clean my womb? Because I have tried anything that you can think of that can help me, but nothing is working at all. And as for my husband, now I pity him because he also does not have a child, and I'm scared, just like what my cousin sister told me. My cousin sister said to me, the day that your marriage is going to collapse, it is the day that your man is going to impregnate another woman, and he finds out that there is another woman who is pregnant for him out there, because he does not know how it feels to be with a pregnant woman. You are going to lose your husband, even though we are legally married. That is all that I can hold on to. I will sue him if he do something like that. I was thinking of going to a fertility clinic, but it is pretty expensive. Hey, if you know anyone that can assist me with herbs that can clean my womb, I have tried almost everything that can be found on the market. I even tried this Chinese pill that you put in your private part, and it comes out with a lot of things that will be blocking your womb, and it did not work as well. And I just need something that can assist me. If you know people that do this, that can help women to fall pregnant. So the other thing that has brought me here, and I want people to tell me if this ritual that we did when me and my boyfriend went to Nigeria, if it was spiritual or not. So my boyfriend, he comes from Zim. He gets oil, he imports the oil from different parts of the world. Your likes like Saudi Arabia, he was even getting some from Russia, but through Mozambique. Like, he's someone that is very resourceful, but it seems as if he's handling the money for other big people. So he's a man that has a lot of money, and I met him by chance. I was heartbroken when I met him. The guy that I was dating at that time, he would only want to sleep with me, and he did not want to give me anything in return. So I then went with my friend to a groove. Like, we went to this other stadium that is not, it is not a big stadium, where there was a function. There were people that were selling food, people that were selling alcohol, and everyone was just having a nice time. It was more like a fun fair carnival, but it was happening at night. that it started in the afternoon. So we went there around 6. We really did not have any money, me and my friends. Then we waited for guys to approach us. Then that was when the Zim guy came. He was headed for the bathroom. I just got up from the camping chair where I was seated on, and I started following him, and then we started talking, and he then asked for my name and I gave it to him. He asked me whom I was with because he was scared that maybe I was with a guy. He did not want to end up fighting with another man over me. And I said, no, I am alone with my friends and we are looking for someone that we can have a nice time with. And he said, okay, it's fine. That is how I met this guy. He bought a lot of alcohol for us, and it was somewhere around 11 p.m. when I told him that I was too tired, I wanted to go home. He said, let's go to my place. We then went to his apartment. We slept together and the relationship started. From there on, sometimes I would stay at his house. But the only problem with the guy was that he was always stingy with money. Like, I had to literally beg him each and every time when I wanted my hair to be done, my nails. So I'll be like to him, but in order for me to please you, so that you won't keep looking at other women and you just look at me, I have to look good. I'm not working. I was still a student by then, but I was nearly completing my studies that I was doing. So I was like, how about you take care of me and I also take care of your sexual needs? Am I not giving you the way that you want it? And you'll be like, no, you're giving me everything that I want. And I said, so why is it that when I ask for money from you, you have to go in circles? You just can't give me the money that I want. So that was all that I would tell him, and we would fight whenever I wanted money from him. Fast forward, that was when he said to me, you know, one day I will take you to a place where I get my money. And I was like, yeah, if it is going to change our situation, please take me to that place, because all that I want right now is money from my man. I do not want to beg you anymore. That was when he told me that he wanted to go and meet up with some of his business partners in Nigeria, and they were also into the business of dealing in oil. So then we went to Nigeria. I was then taken to this other party, and I was the only woman that was there. This was after I had asked him to give me at least 30K because I wanted to use it for my brother who wanted to start a business. He then said to me, I will give you this money soon after we would have returned back from Nigeria. So we went to Nigeria. That was when he told me that some of his bosses had allowed him to give me the money, but this money that was going to be given to me, it was going to be given to me through a condition, and they said that it is called ritual humiliation abuse. You have to be abused in front of other people, then you are given your gift. I was then taken to that party where there were a lot of Nigerian men, maybe 20 or so. I was the only woman. I was completely naked. I was the only waitress that was there. These men, they were drinking their whiskey. Anyone that wanted anything from me would request that from me, but they did not sleep with me. They would touch my bums, they would touch my boobs, they would touch my private part, and not in a romantic way as if I was a slave. Some of them, they even had some whips and they were hitting me with those whips. And when it was all done, that was when this other red, I don't know if it was a carpet or what it was brought, and those men, they were standing in a circle. I was then made to lie down, and then the guy that I was dating, he came on top of me, and I saw that he was holding a bowl and there was something that was smelly in them. I asked him what it was all about. He said that it was his poop. He had gone to poop. He started mixing it and he spread it on his manhood, and he started to sleep with me like that. He said that it was like lubrication. That was the humiliation that I faced, and we returned back to South Africa. He then gave me my money like he had promised me to. Then after that, he started ignoring me. He was not talking to me like the way that he used to, until we finally broke up. And to this very day, I'm still suffering from those consequences. I don't know why I am unable to conceive. That is why I have come, because I want you to assist me. If you know anyone that can help me with some remedies, please help me. It is a secret that my husband is never supposed to find out, that this is what I used to do when I was still in university. When you post, you will tell me, give me also the link to the episode so that I can be able to listen. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister from Facebook, who sent us this message as anonymous. Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. The things that we do for money, they are very scary. And there is another message that I received, and that message, it reads like this. Hello, how are you, brother? Please post my story as hidden identity. I am a man. Originally, I do come from Malawi, but I came here a very long time ago, and I got married to my wife, who is South African, and we had 5 kids. So from the 5 children that we had, we are only left with 2, and these 2, they are only girls. 3 of my boys, they have since died. I am now thinking of returning back to Malawi. Maybe God will grant me a child. I have tried to speak with other people that are from my country. I don't know if they are still powerful traditional healers from Malawi, because as for now, there is no one that has helped me. All that they want is money, without you seeing any changes at all. What killed my sons is that there was this other man that used to work for me. This man, he was from Mozambique. So the type of a job that I was doing, I had one of those tipper trucks. And this tipper truck that I had, we would go close to a riverbed. Then we will start to dig up for river sand, and we will sell it to the people that will be building. And in our location, people, they knew that whatever that they wanted, if it comes to river sand, bolt sand, even your bricks, we were making bricks, because I started with a small brickyard, and now I have a very, very big brickyard. And there was a guy that was from Mozambique that was working for me. It was not only him. Most of the people that were working for me, they were from Mozambique. So these people, they would work for me day and night, because we never rested. During the day, there were those that will go on the day shift. Then during the night, that is when we would come and we would collect this river sand, because the place where we were getting the river sand, it was not allowed to get the river sand. So we had to sneak in there during the night, so that we can be able to dig up for the river sand, and we bring it back to the yard. Then during the day, my people will be busy making the bricks. That was the hustle that I was doing, and I had managed to build a house, to buy a car, and live a comfortable life, me and my family. It then happened that on the night when I was not around, my driver and my guys, they were there, including that Mozambican national who passed away. So when they were busy digging, to those that have ever dug up for river sand, what you do is that you start by digging a hole, and then you start to make sort of like a tunnel, so that you can keep on going and going. So that man, he was inside the tunnel, but it is an open tunnel, but he was unable to get out when the topsoil fell on top of him, and those people that were with him, they could not manage to dig him out, and he died. By the time that they dragged him out, he was already dead. They called me in the middle of the night. I still remember it was past 2 a.m. when I received a phone call, and I knew that something had gone wrong. So then I woke up and I picked up the phone, and I was already dressing because I knew that something was wrong. And then they told me that the man had passed away, whom I will just call Petros. So Petros had died, and when I went there, I had already called the police. They also arrived soon after I had arrived, and then they saw that this was what had happened. Waited for forensic. They came, collected the body. They saw that it was not because he had been killed, but an accident had happened. Since this man, he had no relative here in South Africa, all that they did was that the government had to bury him because there was no next of kin. After his burial, life continued, and I never thought much about it. Then what used to happen, because at my brickyard there was a little office, my office, but I had other things that were in there. I would always see snakes. I would see a snake, and this snake will be looking at me, and it will just disappear. I then told my boys that we were supposed to sort out the office because I kept on seeing all of these snakes, and I wanted the office to be clean. We then built a small structure, which I said that this was going to be the storehouse so that my office can be clean. After we had removed everything, that was when we saw that where I used to see the snake, there was a nest, and inside that nest there were eggs, and these eggs, they were like chicken eggs. They were big like that, and no snake can ever lay such a big egg unless maybe it is a python. But this was not a python that I used to see. It was your normal green snakes, your cobra, puff adder. Those were the snakes that I used to see on a daily basis. It even surprised me. How was it even possible that in a single place you could see a cobra, a puff adder? You will see those green mambas all looking at me. And then those eggs, we just took them and we threw them away. I did not know that I had angered the spirit of that Mozambican guy that had died working for me. So then I started to have dreams. I started to see that Mozambican man coming to me, demanding that I take his body to Mozambique. I then went to a prophet. I was then given this other wire that they told me that we were supposed to use it to trap his spirit. We tried to trap his spirit by going to the place where he had died, and we took that wire and we drove for many kilometers, and I threw it away. But still the spirit of that man returned back, and he was much more angrier than before. When he came to me, he demanded blood, and that was when my firstborn started going mad, and he was hit by a truck and he passed away. And then my second one died. My third one also died. Now the two girls that are remaining, they are like living, but they are just like zombies. Most of the day you can see them just sitting outside, saliva just coming out of their mouth. They can't even control themselves. They can't do anything. It started with my daughters telling their mother that they see a man that comes to them, and this man will be speaking Portuguese and say that he is Petros. He wants to marry them. That is how it all started. Now I am here. I am stuck. I used to tell them that I am from Malawi. Nothing can hurt me. Nothing can touch me. Now I even doubt myself if the charms that were given to me by my grandfather, they are powerful. I have tried to speak with some people that come from Malawi if they know other traditional healers, but I have spent so much money on nothing, and I am stuck here, and I need advice. So when I see videos of the people that you post, I think that maybe you are better connected. Maybe you can give me someone that can assist me. I am thinking of returning back to Malawi. Maybe I can find rest, because here there is no more rest for me. I am always seeing snakes that will be looking at me. I'm scared that one day one of these snakes is going to bite me and I'm going to die. And it hurts me to think that all the small wealth that I had managed to build here in South Africa, that wealth, it is gone now, because business, it is very bad because of Petros. If someone comes to buy even bricks, I can see Petros. If I see Petros, then that person will say, no, I'll come back tomorrow. Once that person says, I will come back tomorrow, then I know that it will be over. That person will never come. He or she will go and buy the bricks at another brickyard. They can even go the opposite street, and then they just go and buy them. Even the river sand, they will go and buy it there. So I need help to get my luck back. It was not my fault. This was an accident. I do not know why he has decided to punish me in a cruel way like this. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brother right there. Let us try to speak with our brother in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. He's saying that he hired a Mozambican guy who died at work, and the ghost of that man is now haunting and tormenting him. So let us try to assist him in the comment section. Do you enjoy comedy skits? If so, I have posted a link in the comment section to the page where we post our comedy skits there on Facebook as well, so that you can have a little bit of laughter here and there. The link, it is in the comment section.